and gentlemen, welcome back. We are on the winner's match. That means that these two players won their respective matches previously. If you had tuned in, you would have seen it. It was quite the spectacle. And I'm Tempo, joined by Rifkin on the ASL Prime League Season 4. Are you ready to introduce these players, Rifkin?
I absolutely am, Tempo, because I'm super hyped for both of these guys. Two of some of my favorite Koreans. And to kickstart this cast, spawning in the northern location on Van Nuys Research Station, we have from Team Liquid, sporting his blue, give it up for...
Taeja!
And his opponent to the south, representing Yoey Flash Wolves, it's going to be the Red Protoss...
PartinG!
Nice. Nailed it.
That
That's a
We're
high
like,
five.
we just did the fusion dance, man. We just literally did the fusion dance right there. Became...
Well, if we're going Dragon Ball Z, I could use the sensitive right now, dude. I'm pretty pooped, I'm not gonna lie. But
True
I
that.
think probe out of parting to the top right corner of the map. This screams proxy Stargate, and I don't know what else it could be. I mean,
yeah, unless he's planning to take that gold base very early as his nat. No, it's
what?
not happening. It's
Shush.
gonna be.
Shush, you dirty, filthy Zerg! Don't even
Yeah, and I mean he got double gas as well here. Cybernetico is going to be finishing up. And how does Taeja open? You know, notice here he didn't open up with the CC first. He knows parting pretty well, and this isn't a 4-player map like we saw, of course, either.
This is a really key scout out of Taeja, because he's going to get in here, and he's going to see there's no second pylon on base. He's going to be wondering, Parting, how did you get past your 16 supply block around 18 if you don't have a third pylon or even a second pylon? So he might not know that it's a proxy Stargate, because there are still very rare builds, and Parting would be one of these guys to whip out like a proxy Immortal for a Sentry Bus type thing, but... Stargate's coming down, and I guarantee you Taeja's going to check for this next. And yeah, he's heading right to that gold base.
Is that where it is? Yeah.
Yeah, common.
He knows parting is that cheeky that he'll put it right below his natural. So some people try to put it somewhere where they wouldn't get it scouted. And even that probe coming back with a gold mineral, just like, so, just, you know, looking for gold.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Oh, Taeja
didn't even see it, though.
Scout.
Oh, what?
This is a little bit sad. He's still, I think he knows. Like in his heart, he's gonna know to keep that one home. Not to rush out of. Oh, he's not going for. What am I going for? A Hellion. Okay, right now as it stands, not just the Oracle, but the Oracle plus the Stalker. There's actually not enough to defend. The Oracle can plow through 5 Marines, even if they're perfectly microed. It's 6 to the magic number, but
and the Stalker is even distracting here for the Oracle to come on in.
He's bobbing and weaving because he thinks there's gonna be a Widow Mine. Classically,
True.
there is right there behind that. That satellite dish on the command center, however you want to call it. So dodging this out pretty perfectly.
That's actually really nice here. Taeja doing this pretty well. Oh, gonna get one of those SCVs though, and oh my god, gonna do some drop micro to try to drop on the Oracle, but there's so much airspace on this map that I think that Oracle should be perfectly fine, yeah.
The control for both players right now is absolutely fantastic, because Party knows exactly where that one of mine is. He was bobbing in and out to make sure he didn't take the shots. Second Oracle coming across the map now, and a Phoenix follow-up to chase down that medevac.
That's really cool though that that Taeja went for the Hellions here, because obviously the Widow Mines would get cleaned up because the Oracle would have an energy. If Parting decided to make a second one too, so he's expecting that Parting would expect that, right? Expecting the expectations, but
your metagaming
Hellions do pretty damn good against Stalkers in these low numbers as well, and they'll be able to get in here if there's no wall if they decide to. He has a drop capability as well if he doesn't get intercepted by that Phoenix.
The Hellions pretty much gone for the map at this point. He went for a couple for a bit of a dive, maybe Hail Mary into the base, but Widow Mine is repositioned. There is still another one behind that satellite dish, so Parting's got to be careful. He'll know the weaknesses of where he's able to go around this mineral line. You know, a lot of this ASL Prime group, you got to kind of goof around probably. I don't know what the qualifiers look like or anything like this or what have you, but even just fighting against Silky leading into this, Parting never really had to go full try-hard mode, but against Taeja, he absolutely does, and we're seeing that, again, not at all slacking in the control in these Oracles.
Not at all.
And
you know,
lost so far for him.
I'm surprised he did get 4 kills with those. Really smart move out of Taeja getting that Viking so that Oracle won't be a pest too much any longer. But I find it so funny that this Stargate still was never scouted. So he knows that it's on the map, he just doesn't know where it is.
Well, there's nothing he can do about it, quite frankly. Now, this medevac's coming on the left side, and the Phoenixes are ready to give chase. There's 4 of them. They'll take this medevac down pretty quickly. And even if he unloads the cargo, even if he unloads that Widow Mine, it's gonna get detected. This is not
Yeah,
an
I
issue.
mean, they could even lift it. They could even lift it too. Yeah.
Yeah, Taeja, by the way, has his natural base finished. He hasn't moved it over just yet, but PartinG is mining off of his second base at this point. So it's looking better for him in all regards right now. And I think every Terran player hates playing against Phoenix. There's no best way to deal with these.
I think he just dropped it off the cliff there, not even dropping it on the land. He just said, "You know what, peace." Have a nice
felt like.
But yeah, a little bit of an ambitious move there from Taeja. Maybe not expecting the Phoenix follow up that heavily. So he's gonna just now be getting his orbital command up and turret going down here to defend that mineral line. And what is his plan gonna be here? As PartinG is going into what seems like
it's Phoenix
very fast Colossus. Yeah. Do you think he'll go for like straight up Phoenix Colossus, Chinese style more so, or?
I don't think he's going to invest in more of them, but Phoenix Colossus, we just recently saw Myung-sik beat out TY in the IEM Korea qualifiers with Phoenix Colossus. So it's a really powerful build when executed correctly, and I'd say PartinG's got that leeway to really pull this off, but not if these get trapped, and certainly not if these get killed.
Yeah, he can't lose those Phoenixes. Wants to keep on getting them to a high number, but he has stopped production of them for now. Going to be dropping some gateways as well, so we'll see how he does kind of fortify that army. I don't think it's going to be the full like Max said style, but without seeing a forge just yet, I'm wondering what his plan is here. He's just going to, I mean, he doesn't really have the gas to afford it, right? He's not dropping that double forge night end style and kind of just chilling. He's investing in this very dominant map control here in the form of those Phoenixes, and I just love the spread of his units and the patrolling to spot for those drops.
Yeah, it's common locations to hug the outside of the map, but while this goes on, PartinG, he eclipses Taeja now by taking a third. Not only was his faster down much earlier, his third starts before Taeja's even begun. Not a lot of Terran builds really allow for anything too base related. Taeja for a timing is going to struggle. He doesn't really have a lot of upgrades on his side, but if he can start getting these drops off, if he can tear down that third, if he can really harass the natural base, then this third being up so early doesn't really matter so much for PartinG. But right now, Taeja also knows he can't really pick up and drop. Those Phoenixes are hunting them down. They're worse than Mutalisks.
They are, and if he loses a battle, he loses all of those medevacs as well, so he needs to be very careful with this move out, and PartinG has so much time to react to this with that spot on the Oracle, so I wonder if he's going to be ready to deal with the actual army. Obviously, the ground army isn't that scary, but neither is Taeja's.
You actually just incidentally brought up a great point with these medevacs. Typically in a TVP, you're only really going to see 4, maybe sometimes 6 medevacs from a Terran player if they're feeling a little bit lucky, a little bit greedy, because they have to cut into medevacs and they have to start Viking so soon. So this constant revelation, this is really cool. He knows exactly where Taeja is at all times, but his medevac count can't be replaced if these die. He has to make Vikings in order to counter the Colossus correctly. So it's very important.
Phoenix,
Taeja,
right?
yeah, even the Phoenix too, to an extent. Yeah, he has to make sure that he doesn't give these away for free. That if he does go for a drop and he risks them, it has to be worth killing a Nexus plus all the probes.
Yeah, and that's going to be a lot of probes that he's going to have to kill, as we see PartinG up to 57, mining from his third base. Going to be able to get those gases. Oh yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, as you see, the income is actually in Taeja's favor.
Is he going to pick up one of the Widow Mines? No, goes for the Marines instead. I'll get the Widow Mine too. Not bad, not bad. Of course, picking up the Widow Mines means he can worry a little bit less for his Zealots, but it's not really Zealots he's got to worry about. It's that Colossus count. Now, what is he at right now? He's at 2. Extended Thermal Lance is, in fact, done. So, he's not looking too bad with these Colossus at the moment, but still. Ooh, Vikings starting to get picked off.
Whoa, really close. He did lose one of those Phoenixes, but PartinG is just keeping an eye on this whole push, seeing wherever Taeja's going, and he's going to get ready to defend here.
So many medevacs, though.
Jeez, for real.
It's the force fields that are really going to win this for PartinG. Like, the Colossus bring the damage to the party, and that's great, but it's the force fields that can keep the Marauders from stepping in. It should be the Photon Overcharge and a Time Warp that really locks the army in place. PartinG can absolutely hold this attack.
Well, you know, Taeja's actually not taking a third at all. He's just going to try to end the game perhaps here. I mean, if he tries to go into it...
he did? Do you think he pulls the boys? He just canceled the third.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, right?
I don't really know if
PartinG's taking a third. This is him being... That's a long way to go, too, Lurfkin. I mean, this is a pretty big map, despite it being obviously a 2-player map, but that distance is pretty long.
Yeah, so Taeja not pulling the boys for this attack, just going to come in headstrong, headlong. But Colossus out of position is going to be a pretty bad start to this. Photon Overcharge does pop. But, oh, there's no detection for the Widow Mines. Zealots aren't going to be warped in. It's going to be kind of hard to use them anyways. But the Colossus standing strong in the back. Marauders barely connected to the one on the right side. Vikings doing what they can, but they're focused out so quickly. Widow Mines are juked out by PartinG's Blink. Nicely done, well handled, but he still has to deal with a lot more Marauders. Now as the Marine count dwindles, he can start picking up with the Phoenix crowd control, if you will. But the Widow Mine shot comes out of nowhere, takes down all the Phoenix tempo.
Every single Phoenix went down with that shot, and Taeja putting in work. Actually dwindling down that army pretty well, but PartinG does have a pretty nice bank here, and I even think he's just gonna go ahead and try to take this third and come back in that way. Did a really nice trade there for sure.
He took out what little Vikings were in play, picked up a medevac or two, but what's really key is now he's gonna have Zealots, and most importantly, these Zealots, they're going to have charge. Oh man, they just make mincemeat out of Bio if they can connect to anything. Storm started up and Storm's cool, but unlike the previous series, Storm's not really that necessary just yet. This Bio count is not out of control. In fact, a lot of the supply is in those medevacs.
Yeah, and speaking of medevacs, they're going to get loaded on up with the Phoenixes out of the equation.
Yeah.
These medevacs are free to drop and give Taeja the time he needs in order to establish his economy. But is PartinG even going to allow him? He's taking a fourth already. Taeja's just now starting that third again. You know, he probably wanted to end the game there, and it was like, it didn't end it. And there was still a Colossus standing.
Oh, maybe not? Marine spots for this, so the Oracle will barely miss this for now. Revelation is going to be pretty key, but Templar are warped in so you can feed back these medevacs, and they do have enough health, or pardon me, we got enough energy to kill them through health, so really Taeja has to be careful with this. Yeah,
this is such a rough position for Taeja. There's really no aspect of the game that he's ahead in that he can kind of exploit. Economically, his army, is everything is just behind, even upgrades as well. He's only just now starting his 2-2.
Party's actually
it's really, really tough, man. Yeah.
Definitely love to see some Chronos maybe go into that to finish it up for the fight, but regardless whether it times out or not, we do have Gravitic Drive, which is interesting to see. Increases the speed of the already fast warp prisms. So, some Zealots. No, pardon me, Dark Templar.
Oh my god.
Natural base of Taeja in the moments or two.
And a second robo coming out of PartinG, too.
I mean, he's got the money for it. This is actually not a bad choice. I mean, you've got 4 bases now.
2-2's finished as well. Maybe looking to do a little bit of a push. He got that Revelation on that bio, but it just did wear off. And, I mean, Taeja hasn't really been able to do any kind of damage as far as, splitting PartinG around the map.
Ooh,
he's just been kind of taking it and... Yeah. Oh, here we go, yeah.
Now, PartinG has to make Taeja has to make one really hard choice. You either go and attack all the way, or you come back home. And because he's attacking, he's relying on his production to deal with Zealots. These are 2-2 Zealots with charge. His production is not going to cover this. So now it's a question of time. And can he push in? And it's really nice timing. No, Storms land on the first wave of units. Good game is called, and PartinG will take game at number 1 in this best of 3.
Wow. Yeah, what a game. Really, really cool style out of PartinG there. We have returned. We are on Expedition Lost in game number 2 of the winners match of the ASL Prime League Season 4. And Rifkin, in case the audience doesn't know who these people are, just take it away.
Well, they're a couple of badasses to say the least. Their names are, of course, Rifkin and Temp. Oh,
yes.
But no, we are casting for the ASL Prime League. It's spawning here in the top right corner of the map. We have the blue Protoss from Yo-Yo Flash Wolves. It's
PartinG,
so known as PartinG.
Yeah.
Anyone that's ever seen this guy drink, you know why. But in the bottom left, we have from Team Liquid, changing his color to red. A Terran.
He's angry. Taeja.
Thank you for not sounding like you got stabbed by a wild intruder this time.
Yeah, man. I'm recovering. I've recovered pretty well. Pretty quickly. But sometimes you just gotta cast through the pain,
Two very important things going down this game tempo. One is the earlier gas out of Taeja, but secondly, he's not going for a fast CC for the first time. Now, during the map picks, if you guys recall, I was kind of making jokes, but it was one thing that Taeja vetoed Overgrowth. I was like, base god Taeja, just like slow clap. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But then he picks Expedition Lost, and I seriously don't know. I've talked to so many pros on the European scene, so many of our Korean Terran friends, even the North Americans. Nobody likes this map for a Terran. So for Taeja to have picked this as the second map kind of blows my mind a little bit, and I'm wondering what this gas tailors the build towards. Whether it's Widowmine drops, or whether it's a quicker Banshee, or maybe it's something really strange like Mech. I have no idea, but
yeah,
Taeja's got some plan for this map, or he would not have picked it. That's for certain.
I agree. Yeah, and he didn't get that early gas too. It's not a good Reaper map either. Like I think there's only one.
There's only one
that
place
you can jump on.
Yeah, right here.
So he's not gonna drop like 6 racks and just pump out Reapers or something crazy.
So it is wicked fast Widow Mines. This is kind of interesting because if PartinG is doing... This might be him playing into the map. He assumes, hey, this is a great map for players to use Blink on. PartinG, please go for a Blink build because then you'll have no detection for my Widow Mines. Thus, the fast Widow Mines could be really, really effective. But does PartinG take the bait? Does PartinG go for the Blink Stalker build on this map? I say yes.
Yeah,
I say this is a
I'm wondering, right?
coming down in the back.
Let's see it, man. It's gonna be... I think it will be, too. I mean, just...
Stargate!
Oh, we look stupid!
Well, no, I'm okay looking stupid when you get exciting moves like this, because the fact that he's going for a Stargate is kind of, I'd say, out of context because of the way the last game went. It was cool, you opened with the Oracle, transition to the Phoenix, blah, 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 blah. But this is probably the safest opening he could go with on this one.
Yes.
At the same time, too, you hear a lot of casters banter about the what-ifs and the metagame of the situation, blah, 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 blah. But these guys are really high level, and they are probably guesstimating what's going on. Taeja takes a risk, hoping PartinG falls for the bait. PartinG doesn't. PartinG probably says in his mind a little bit like, okay, why would he pick this map as a Terran player? I'll go start a Stargate to be really safe about this.
Yeah, I would love to get into the minds of these pro players that do meet each other in tournaments and just like how they assess every single situation. And here it comes. Stalkers are in position. That medevac is under fire.
I love that Widowmine spot. That's a great spot for it, too, because the idea is, of course, that you want to have this zone out the Stalkers more so than you really want to go off the probes. Oh, that Stalker spawns in such an unfortunate position. Photon overcharge is finally forced out. These Stalkers can't walk forward. Sacrificing a probe on top of the Widowmine might be his best bet to respond to this, but because the overcharge went off in the main and not the natural, he can't get down here to defend. Oracle comes out with that detection. He will pick off the Widowmine, and Taeja without a medevac doesn't have the gusto to chase down and finish off that Nexus.
He almost saved the medevac too, bringing it back at the last second, but that Stalker saw it. And he was out for blood. He took it out. That was really intense.
It was, and that's the thing too, it didn't look like that big of a deal, but so many small, very important details went down there, and of course, one of the biggest ones was losing that medevac, that very critical unit to the matchup. Now, Hellions could probably be best suited off trying to go for the natural base, but an Oracle's here to catch them if they do. Bonus damage versus light is always a nice thing to have.
Oh, and that Hellion will be getting away. But does Taeja have defenses at home? He does have a few Marines. He lost a few in that skirmish, but that Oracle can still come back.
The Widowmine and the natural got it, that's what it was.
Oh, nice.
So he's only got one Oracle now instead of 2.
Yeah. But one Oracle is all you need to take out 2 Marines, and don't climb over those.
I hate the Oracle so much, this unit.
Yeah. Well, that's getting in some work. Already 5 kills, and PartinG got his early expansion up, played that safe route, and now he's really, really far ahead, as Taeja's just now mining from his natural. Did ward away the first Oracle, but that second Oracle got some work done and started dwindling the bio count as well. Well, looks like PartinG is he gonna drop the Twilight Council and the Forge and the Robo. Gonna go into that kind of standard mid game, at least PartinG standard, unless he starts pumping out some more Phoenixes again.
So I don't think he will, but this is what's kind of cool about the game. They've both surpassed the point where cheese timing works out for either player. Widowmines obviously aren't going to be dropped that well anymore. You can't really blink Stalker all in the natural base. So we might actually see a bit of a macro game out of it. If this was Taeja's plan B, so it's like, okay, I either cheese or at least I get to play a macro game. That's actually really cool because Taeja excels at the macro game. But this map outside of the third base is still rough for both sides. I don't see anyone really easily securing a 4th this game.
Yeah, it can get really difficult to do so. But, I mean, is it even going to get to that spot? It looks like PartinG has just been putting in work with that Oracle. It went back into the natural, got a few more kills on those SCVs that were building supply depots. So, as a Terran player, you never want to stop that production ever.
Oh, wow.
So, pretty important move there, as PartinG is just macroing up like a god, getting everything ready, continuing to make probes, so maybe he is gearing up to take that 3rd soon, and just say, Taeja, come at me, and I'll defend it, and just keep on getting ahead and ahead until I'm able to just take your army out.
Well, Taeja is going to come at him, and he'll do it through the back rocks, which is kind of curious. PartinG did put a pylon here, so he'd be able to see if this was going to be the case. However, can he really react to it right now? It's a very small handful of stalkers. I guess by the time the rocks go down, he might have a couple more in play, but there's no Colossus, there's no Storms. Colossus is almost out, so I guess maybe this won't be so
I don't
bad.
think he's paying attention, actually, yeah. He might be, but he's just keeping his units really spread out. The Photon Overcharge will be able... Yeah, he ratted the Colossus here, so he is looking to defend against that.
Ah, but it's one
We'll see how fast
Colossus.
he is with the Photon Overcharge.
It's a Colossus without extended thermal lance. Same range as the Marauders. They will absolutely truck that Colossus.
Oh, yeah.
It is
And he's going for it.
Yeah, dives through. Can he finish it? One more shot.
Oh.
Can't quite get it. Oh! How much health is that? 1 health. Please.
So close. It's like the price is right. It's just
Yeah,
not.
Some dick bid you up by 1. That's what just happened here.
Yeah. That Colossus, yeah. He is going to be chilling out for a little bit. And another one is on the way as well. So he will take the place for now while the other one kind of sits back, takes a water break and a breather. But,
yeah, I bet Taeja was thinking, if only he just dived in with that medevac. But then he loses the medevac, right? It's just a hard decision to make one way or the other. The second Colossus is going to retreat. Man, it goes down.
Oh my God.
For fire. But the Nexus Overcharge is shredding this Bioforce. So, once again, forced to withdraw, and Taeja is actually going to tap out. Wow.
Submission, yeah, man. Put him in the crossface chicken wing.